Hi everyone, welcome back to the Storytime family. How are you today? What is going on with you today? Did you have a busy day at school? Did you learn lots of new things? Well, thanks for taking the time to sit down and read with us. Today we have a book called Somewhere for Little Bear by Britta, Teckentrup. Let's go! Somewhere for Little Bear. Little Bear lived happily in the heart of the forest. He loved sitting on his favorite rock under the beech tree and wandering through the woods, gathering berries. And when the sun set and the sky grew dark, Little Bear loved curling up on the soft bed of leaves in his cozy cave. Life was good. But one day, something changed. An orange glow shone through the night sky long after the sun had set. At first, it was faint, but with every passing hour, it grew bigger and brighter. The next morning, Little Bear woke to the sound of the birds calling to him. Little Bear! Little Bear! Your home isn't safe. You need to leave now. His beloved forest was on fire. Little Bear ran. He ran until he could run no more. Little Bear stopped when he reached the edge of the forest. He had never felt so alone. He took a deep breath. I must be brave, Little Bear said. I must find somewhere new to call home. But nothing looked familiar. Little Bear walked and walked all day, but there was no sheltering forest or cozy cave in sight. He had just crossed the river when he came to a burrow beside a beech tree. This looks just like my big tree, he thought. Could this be a place to call home? But when Little Bear approached the burrow, a fearful rabbit came charging out. You scare my babies, she shouted. Go away and find your own burrow. So Little Bear continued his search. The moon watched over Little Bear as he arrived at a cozy log. These leaves look just like my old bed, he thought. As he began to arrange the shrubbery, a grumpy family of foxes appeared. There's no space for a bear here, they growled. Go away and find your own home. So Little Bear moved on. Later, as the sun began to rise, Little Bear spotted a bush full of the most vibrant berries. Maybe this is the place. It smells like home, he thought. But as he was picking the first berry, a wild boar appeared. There aren't enough for two, the boar huffed. Go away and find your own. So Little Bear moved on. Little Bear walked and walked with nowhere to go. I'm not welcome anywhere, he thought sadly. Maybe I'll never find somewhere to call home. Finally, Little Bear reached another forest, but everything about it seemed different from the one he knew so well. Lost and alone, he sat down at the bottom of a tree and started to cry. Suddenly, a squirrel appeared. Hello, Little Bear. Are you lost? Can we help you? A bird sang. Do you need somewhere to stay? Squeaked a tiny gray mouse. Are you sure? Little Bear asked. Do you really have space for me? Everybody's welcome here, cried a deer. They ate and played and talked until night fell again. The berries tasted different, the birds sang an unfamiliar tune, and there was no cave in sight. But as Little Bear curled up on a patch of soft green moss, he felt a familiar warm feeling in his heart. This is the place for me, thought Little Bear. This is somewhere to call home. And that was Somewhere for Little Bear. There is no place like home. Because home is not a place, but it's a feeling. Hope you enjoyed the story. If you'd like to own a copy of this book, the link to purchase it is in our description below. And if you haven't, do subscribe, give us a like, and click on the bell for more stories like this. Thank you so much for supporting our family. We're looking forward to see you back here again. You take care. Bye-bye.